The big news of the week is that Steven Gerrard has, of course, left Rangers. Will that lead to a period of instability for the club? Will they be able to get a new manager in quickly? Of course, it's the international break just now. But does that make Celtic now the favourites for the Scottish Premiership at the start of the season, with the 25-point gap they had last year and the instability that they've had as a club in the last 12 to 18 months, led you to believe that Rangers will probably win the league at a canter again this year? But I will put the Scottish Premiership table on screen right now. There is only 4 points between Rangers and Celtic. Big Ange Postecoglou has got Celtic playing some fantastic football and has really turned them around in my eyes. I was worried for him at the start of the season. They had a poor transfer window. He obviously wasn't first choice manager. That would have been Eddie Howe. I'm not sure if there was others involved as well, but yes, for the job that he's done in the time that he's been here, you can't knock him. He's taken unknown quantities like Kyogo and Jota, and they're absolutely on form, they're firing, and he's resurrected the career of Joe Hart, for instance. And yeah, while the defence leaves a lot to be desired, I think the midfield is fantastic, the attack is looking good, the goalkeeper's looking okay as well. Yeah, I think that Celtic could end up having a really good season this year, could push Rangers and could even win the title themselves. I'm going to be asking fans what they think. I was at Rangers yesterday to interview fans about Steven Gerrard, and it's first thing in the morning here and it's pretty rainy, so I don't know how many people I'm going to find. But yeah, I'm going to ask Celtic fans and see if they think that Gerrard leaving is going to lead to a period of instability for Rangers, and see if they think they can bring the league title back here to Celtic Park. Obviously, Stevie G has left Ibrox. What is your first thoughts on that? Like, where do you think it leaves Rangers?
In a difficult place. You know, I don't really know what his motivation is, because it seemed for the longest time that he was holding out for the Liverpool job. And for me, you know, the idea that he had the same contract length as Klopp, that was clearly the idea that he was going to move to Liverpool. I think it's not a coincidence that the finances came out recently, and I think Rangers have, you know,
they've lost a lot of money, right? And then,
well, the initial figure was quoted as 3 million, but now they're saying it's 4.5. So, you know. But
Rangers as a club had lost money, so the money that they get from Gerrard will go to help.
And don't get me wrong, it's not a Celtic Rangers thing. Every club has struggled because of COVID and lack of fans. So, for me, it's the timing of it. You know, we're in an international break. First game back's a semi-final. It's a terrible timing of it. It's terrible for Rangers fans.
But it's a big big chance for someone to come in anyway. But
absolutely.
How do you think Ange has done here so far this season?
It's mostly been good. I think he's done well. He's not come into an easy situation. A lot of the fans are disappointed with a number of things, but you know, really the kind of key thing for me is he's playing good football. You know, at times, even under Lennon, but even under Rodgers towards the end, we weren't playing great football. There was something missing. Celtic fans appreciate good attacking football. They want to see the team scoring goals, they want to see the team winning. He's done well. I'd like to see him stay. I'd like to see him be a success. I think he needs help. I think he needs, you know, people in around him that he, you know, knows and trusts and respects. And, you know, nothing against those that are here, but I just think a manager needs his own, his own team.
And it'll probably take time for him to do that. But I'm really impressed with how he's done. And there's now a 4-point gap between yourselves and Rangers. They've not got a manager. You've obviously got a bit of stability now with Ange. Does that make you favourites to win the league, do you think?
I don't really buy any like the idea of favourites. We certainly weren't favourites coming into the season. There's a long way to go yet. You know, you saw Celtic drop points, you saw Rangers drop points. I don't think we're favourites. Does this situation help us? You could argue that it does, but I think, you know, in addition to that, it depends who Rangers bring in. I think, you know, a lot of speculation the last 24-48 hours. It depends who they can bring in as a manager.
Big news of the week is that Gerrard's left Rangers. Where do you think that leaves your rivals now? Like,
don't know. It depends who they get in. We're just worried about ourselves, really. You know what I mean? Get our own shit mud and then take it from there. But
I'm really impressed with how Ange has done here this season. Like, what's your thoughts on him?
He's doing a great job. Just January strengthen again and just push on. You know what I mean?
What kind of positions do you think you need to strengthen in to maybe push for that league title?
Maybe left back, maybe another striker, something like that. You know? I think that's quite strong as is, but
Yeah.
another couple of additions will be ideal.
Yeah, fair enough. And like I said, there's 4 points between Celtic and Rangers now.
Aye.
They've not got a manager. You've got a good bit of stability with Ange. Do you think that sort of makes you favourites, and can you still go on to win the league?
I think we'll be favourites now, aye.
Nice.
I think, come January 2nd, we'll be top again.
Perfect. Nice one.
I'll bet.
Legend. Good luck
Cheers,
for the
mate.
season, mate. Obviously, Gerrard has left your rivals. Firstly, where do you think that leaves Rangers for this season?
Don't know, it probably leaves them in the same position at the end of the day. He's a
Yeah.
manager, he's not really doing anything other than organising the team and getting them
Yeah.
ready.
So you
for the
think whoever
games
comes
ahead.
in, it still probably won't affect them too
I
badly?
don't think it will affect them anything. No.
And what are your
No.
thoughts on Ange this season? I've been really
Nice.
impressed with how he's done.
It's been played, now you've got the team playing really well. At
Yeah.
the end of the day, it's all about results.
Yeah,
We're trailing 4 points now, so the most
Yeah.
important thing is at the end of the season we win the league.
of course, yeah. 4 points isn't a lot though at this
Isn't it a
stage.
lot now, no? So I would say I'm happy the way things are going now. As always, could be better. Stevie G's away.
Yeah.
That isn't the big issue for Celtic. Big issue for Celtic is Celtic.
Yeah, fair enough.
We've got to win the league. Stevie G, another manager. That's it. Going. So
Perfect.
that's it. Same when Rodgers left.
Yeah, there's some similarities with that, isn't
There's
there?
some similarities
Yeah.
there, but the bottom line is it's all about Celtic. It's not about Stevie G and Rangers.
Yeah.
Celtic, that's the team for me.
So, Michael, obviously Gerrard has left Rangers. Where do you think that leaves them this season, first off?
It's going to be hard for them now, I think. I
Yeah.
think it's going to be hard for them now.
And who do you think might come in to replace him? Is there...
I don't know. I really don't know.
I guess it's up to them. And obviously, I think Ange has done an amazing job here at Celtic. What are your initial thoughts on his first start to the season and stuff like that?
It was a wee bit shaky at first, but he's starting to get it together now. And another another few months,
Yeah.
once he gets the players that he really wants in, it'll be brilliant. He'll
Of
do
course. And are Celtic now favourites to win the league?
well. 100%.
Gerrard has left Rangers. What do you think that will mean for Rangers and for Celtic here in Glasgow?
Obviously, as a guy who doesn't really know that much about Scottish
Yes.
football, I'll be honest. The only reason I came to Glasgow was for Gerrard, honestly. So
Yeah.
I guess recognition-wise, we'll go quite down, honestly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's good to get your opinions as not necessarily a fan of either team, but to hear what you think. And what do you think about Steven Gerrard anyway? Like, what do you think of him as a manager, as a player and stuff like that?
You know, the work he's done over the past couple of years with Rangers, it has been amazing. I haven't seen that much. I've seen some matches, and
Yeah.
specifically his celebration after the win against Celtic.
Yeah.
That one match to remember. Honestly, I still remember that match even to that day, honestly.
Yeah, that was amazing. And is this your first time to Celtic Park here?
Yeah, my first time.
What is your initial thoughts? Obviously, it's a bit of a rainy day, but it's an amazing stadium. What do you think?
I wish it was sun, honestly, because this,
Yeah.
this park is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you were just looking at Billy McNeil there. He was the European Cup winning captain for Celtic. And there's more statues just over there for you to go and look at as well in a minute. So hope you enjoy the rest of your stay in Glasgow.
Thank you.
And I actually did a poll on Instagram earlier to see what you guys think, what my followers think about who are favourites now to win the league that Stevie's gone. Now, to say that Celtic are favourites I think is a bit too far. I don't know, I may have asked 1 or 2 people now, do they think they're favourites? I might have framed the video as, are they favourites? I think it might be too far to say they're favourites. We don't know who's coming in at Rangers yet, but there could be a period of instability, whether that lasts a week or whether that lasts a couple of months as a new manager comes in, or they might dilly-dally over getting a manager in like they did here at Celtic earlier on this season. It's going to be very, very hard to say what is about to happen over at Ibrox. So there could be a really good chance, if there's a couple of results that slip, for Celtic to jump in there. It's really funny how the tables have turned from Celtic being kind of unstable at the start of the season and back into last season, Rangers looking strong as a rock, and you know, having Gerrard as manager and going unbeaten and having such an amazing season last season, finishing 25 points clear, to now the tables turning, Celtic having a manager who's doing an amazing job, Rangers not having anyone at the helm. It really is insane. But yeah, I'm going to put the results of the poll on screen right now. I just checked and it was 155 to about 122 Rangers still. That could completely change when I put this up, when I edit it later, because it's only been up for a few hours, but when I show you on screen it will be hours after what I'm saying right now. But yeah, I just think it's really, really interesting to hear the thoughts of both clubs, fans, to see what they think. Obviously one guy was saying, doesn't matter what happens at Rangers, we're Celtic, we need to win games, and to be fair, yeah, focus on your own stuff before worrying about other people. But with what's going on, it really does make for an interesting story, and I think Celtic fans will be rubbing their hands together. Obviously there's a lot of ill feeling towards Gerrard from the Rangers fans, and I've seen it in my content on Instagram, Twitter and YouTube, the comments, the back and forth. There's always going to be that in Glasgow. I love it. I love the Love the engagement that you guys give me, but yeah, some of it can be quite intense. But that is Scottish football for you. Please let me know in the comment section below what you think about this season now. Are Celtic favourites? Are Rangers still favourites? Who's going to take over there? What does it mean for Celtic? Yeah, I'm buzzing to see what the rest of the season holds, and I cannot wait for the international break to be over. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you could hit that like button and subscribe if you're new, that would be fantastic. I will leave some videos on screen. Please do click on one to carry on watching. Thank you very much, and goodbye.